Hold on, yeah.
What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It's Wednesday. You know what that means. A little midweek madness. We're going to do a little mock drafting tonight. Get into a little bit of talking about some home league stuff. It's about that time of the year. We're 15 days away, from the start of the season. So, as we get closer, that's when people are going to start doing their, their 1QB redrafts or some of their big money leagues or some of those auction draft leagues. So I know Iggy and I got the auction draft league going for the TSA or TSA league. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be I think the Wednesday before. So it's going to be a crazy, crazy night. So tonight we're just, like I said, we're going to get into it. It's one QB. What I do? One QB, two running backs, two wide receivers, one tight end, two flex, one kicker, one defense. So it's pretty, just a standard start, league, home league, and then 8 bench. So this is my setup, the setup that my brother-in-law set up for our home league that we started in. Shoot, I want to say 2014 or I don't even know. Yeah, it's been a while. I think we might have even started it before that. I think I was in the military, but it's been a while. But yeah, let's kind of get into it. What's up, y'all? What's up, Anthony? What's up, B-Lion? Iggy, what's up? I mean, y'all want to get
what up?
Kind of tell everybody where you're from, and then we'll get mocking. What's up, Anthony? Tell us where you're from, brother.
Hey, what's going on? Anthony, I'm out here in Indianapolis, suffering through the Midwest heat wave like everybody. But yeah,
Right.
got one of our home league drafts going on Sunday. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time.
What's up, Lion?
I'm B-Lion. I'm from Michigan, and I've got my money league drafts this week. I got Friday my big 2-quarterback one that I actually brung up last place last year, so I got to wear my toilet bowl belt for the draft. But
Nice.
Shit happens.
Hell yeah! I mean, so you guys have belts in your league?
Yeah, we got so the coordinator of the league actually was a semi-pro wrestler. So he's big in. So we've got a big championship belt that the champion can wear, and then he built a toilet bowl belt for the last place guy. So that's me this year.
That's pretty cool, though. No, that's really cool.
I actually took over for him. These are all my nephew's friends from high school. I took over for him when he started traveling for work, and I've been in it for this going on 7 years now. So kind of crazy. All younger guys than me. So
our home league kind of has a funny name because I was writing out a big, we were gonna have our board for the draft, fantasy football bitches, like trying to be fun and stupid. And I actually wrote fantasy foot bitches. So that's what our league name is. So that's we're the foot bitches.
That's great.
So let's see who I was in. Oh yeah, so everybody's saying it's hot. It's hot. Steven says 118. Man, Melissa says 108. I mean, it's like 98 or something like that here, but with the heat index here, it's 105. So 110, I think they said almost is the hottest today. So it's been.
God bless y'all, man.
Pretty nasty.
Stay hydrated out there.
And this is supposed to be one of the coldest states in the U.S.
Yeah, you got Minnesota's the most northern state in the United States, dude, besides Alaska. It's the most
Yeah.
northern state out of the 48. So
All right.
I'm gonna start this mock draft. Let me get in this chat real quick. We are about to start. Let's go. Okay. Start. Oh, dude. What am I doing here? I must be a newbie or something. I'm not even sharing. What am I doing?
trying to
Goodness,
produce.
I am just it's
like
been one of those weeks, man. It's been for work. It's been a crazy
I
week.
get it.
I tell you.
This one? Yeah, there we go. All right. Now let's get to it. All right, y'all. Mel, I know you're having a struggling week too. God bless you. I'm glad y'all are safe down there with the hurricane coming through, and I'm just glad you guys y'all are safe. I got to get away from that's something I've been trying to get away from saying you guys because not everyone here's a guy.
Right.
All right, so let me get this started. Go. All right, Mel, you're on the clock. Let's see who's all here. I think everyone is here. Sturby's not here. Iggy's not here. Let me tell Sturby. Chris.
Come on, JC.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Man, what are we doing? Y'all let me have Justin Jefferson? Come on now. Come on now. Let me get up Sturby. Oh. You pick?
Be my first time ever drafting him.
Really?
Yeah. I've tried a couple times. I even tried trading for him, but can never seem to get him.
So we can kind of talk about that if you want to. What's your thoughts on Cooper Kupp?
It all depends on how Stafford looks, to be honest. I mean, he's going to get his production. I don't think the injury's that severe or nothing to worry about. So, and he's Cooper Kupp. Like,
yeah, he's banged up a little bit too, though. I mean,
but for what he does, I mean, I think he's not a big explosive guy. He's just gonna get open. So I have confidence that he'll be all right. Like I said, with him, it would be more on Stafford and the O line than anything else, and how Akers responds, and yeah.
I think Akers is going to be just fine. Everyone was worried about him, but he looked like a monster at the end of the year. I mean, he looked really, and then even into the playoffs, man, he had a huge game. I think he had RB1 for sure. He was an RB1. It was an RB. What was it? Was he RB1 overall? I'm pretty sure he had a monster week. Let's look at it on here. We'll let Sturby time out. He'll all go to auto draft, and then we'll just keep moving on. Iggy must be having issues or something. What's up, everyone? Let me look up Cam Akers real quick because that's a good thing to look at. Come on, man. Yeah, he had some look at the end of the year here, man. He had some good numbers. I think he can he'd be a good RB3. Really good RB3. All right, Tyreek Hill goes off the board. That's a good pick. We already know how big he can be. He already talked about him wanting to be shooting for 2,000 yards receiving. If he can do that, man. Whew. There goes Bijan at 9. That's a really good pick. Okay, A.J. Brown on the turn, and then Nick Chubb, he's one of my top. Yeah, I mean, I think he could be finished as a top 3 running back. Devonta Adams off the board, then CeeDee Lamb off the board. So Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, that's a hell of a team.
I'll take it.
Cooper Kupp Amon-Ra St. Brown, the upside there is extremely massive.
CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill are two of my top 4 receivers this year, so I'll take it.
Right. Again, so part of my problem last year in the team I lost was I had Prescott. I had Kyler Murray and Prescott, and then I had Najee Harris. And yeah, those 3 combined like put me at 0-7 to start the season.
I think, man, I had what I mean, I would rather be that happen. So what happened to me in like Iggy's league is I had Lamar Jackson and I had Mark Andrews. I had that stack. I went 10-0. And then all of a sudden I made it to the playoffs and everyone died. And I was I didn't have a backup I didn't have a backup quarterback. And
Yeah.
it really affected me.
That's rough.
I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson here. Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson. My hot take for the year is Garrett Wilson #1. And I mean that just means Justin Jefferson's gonna finish #2. I mean, I don't like the #1 and #2 wide receiver in the draft.
Solid start.
Wow, Stevenson's going pretty high, huh?
Oh,
What's your guys' take on him?
Yeah, Crispy. I think that's a little high right now, especially with Zeke's gonna at least take away a little bit of work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Belichick loves his veterans too.
Yeah, I think Zeke gets a lot of the goal line work. I think Zeke gets a lot of the passing down work. I think Zeke gets a lot of the 2-minute work.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree.
So while his overall usage may not be high, he may only get 20% of the touches, 20% of the most valuable touches. So I would struggle to grab Stevenson that early.
Yeah, it's a little early for me. I mean, the upside before that happened was massive. We know that was huge.
That's an every down back for sure.
And we definitely saw what he did even when he was sharing with Harris, he was doing well. All right, Mel. You're on the clock, girl. Chris Olave. I love it. Man, he fell far. Damn. I mean, I guess that's a reasonable. That's
about
reasonable.
right, I think.
In a 10-team league, yeah, it's reasonable. Uh-oh, you sniped Mel with the snipe. Mel, you sniped fish. Good snipe. Good snipe. Sniper Mel on the prowl. All right, Crispy, where are you going here, brother? Higgins. Man. If I go Tony Pollard here, I know Iggy's going to hate that because he doesn't like I'm not going Jacobs here because of the curse of 370.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, I mean,
that's
here's the thing. Minnesota could easily be a team to go out and try to get. I mean, they might not have the budget for it, but I'm sure they could figure out. I mean, they're a team that could potentially push for the play. I mean, their defense is lacking, but they're a team that could push for the playout. Push for the Super Bowl if they had a running back like that,
Yeah,
but
maybe.
Do we not know? Maybe he's hurt. Maybe there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, who knows, man? It's an intriguing story.
Reports here that he's still training on that ankle. So
yeah,
I don't know how much truth there is to it, but that's what the news is around the city.
Yeah, it's a crazy scenario.
What? I'm gonna fade running back. How about that?
I like it.
I'm gonna fade running back. We'll see what falls to me. I like the name down there, but I think Devonta Smith is very safe.
I think Devonta Smith
with a huge
produces AJ Brown.
He definitely for sure. I mean, he did last year in was it yards or catches?
Yards.
Yeah, less catches, more yards. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, Steven, that's who I was looking at. I was looking at Najee. That's who I was looking at. But you know what? there's also the potential, you know, that Jalen Warren does steal some work from him. I like the upside more of having the Devonta Smith as a flex if I have to. I mean, having the guy who could potentially finish in the wide receiver 1 category as my flex, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, that's what's nice about these mocks too, is like you can kind of build different builds, but this is where I'm drafting from in my home league. So, but what's weird about it a little bit, it's a little bit different because we have a keeper league. We can keep 2 people. So, and this year I'll be keeping Garrett Wilson. I think I got like Garrett Wilson in like the 11th round because, you know, he was a rookie last year. And then I think I'm taking Tony Pollard in like the 9th or 8th or something like that. So those are nice keepers.
My Friday night 2 quarterback league is a card draw when you enter the draft. So we have no idea where we're drafting until we get there, which is
I won't
crazy.
find out until Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday when I get there.
Yeah,
And we just switched it to a PPR and a flex because it used to be non-PPR and 3 wideouts. So it's going to be a whole different scenario this year. So
my
That's
last
bold
week I
statement.
think it was like last week. My niece is the one who does the draft. She picks out the names. She's only 3. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think Najee. Yeah, Steven, I think Najee can definitely be. I mean, our guy TD, man, he thinks that Najee could be the number 1. I mean, like I said, Jalen Warren, he's somebody that last year people were kind of talking about a little bit, and he had like a couple here and there kind of blow up little things, but he wasn't. I mean, then he ended up fading out, right?
Yep.
Right.
Even with Najee being banged up and injured, he still wasn't really. And now he's kind of doing some big things. And
So what do you
Najee
think
is
about
healthy.
the Jets backfield and Hall and Cook?
Well, to me, okay. I'll give you my thoughts, and then actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll give you my thoughts, and then we'll get Anthony's thoughts. My thoughts is Brees isn't healthy. For them to bring in Dalvin Cook and pay him $8 million guaranteed, right? I think that's a lot of money for 1 year. I mean, why not just, you know, bring Dalvin in, let Brees, you know, get healthy and just run him into the ground. Dalvin.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when Dalvin Cook is healthy, in my opinion, he's probably the number 1 running back in the NFL because of his vision, his shiftiness. He can block. He does everything, and he is fast as fuck. He's really, really good, man. He never finishes a year, so that's why he doesn't finish as a top. He'll never finish as the 1 because of that. He never finishes a year.
Yeah, I think it's very much going to be a split. But I think Brees is by far the more talented at this point. Dalvin has shown signs of regression a little bit the last couple of years. But I think for $8 million for this year, I think it's 1, an Aaron Rodgers signing, and 2, I think they're going to just run the wheels off of him until Brees is 100%. He's kind of a Brees insurance policy.
Who would have thought, though, Aaron Rodgers and Dalvin Cook on the same team at the end of the year?
Well,
yeah, no.
We kind of saw it coming when Dalvin hit the when he hit the the free agency. All of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers took that huge pay cut.
Right.
Something coming.
Yeah.
And we kind of knew Dalvin was going to play the field a little bit.
Right.
Check. I mean, Minnesota, that's basically what he was going to be making with Minnesota.
Right.
He got what he wanted out of the deal, which is good for him, man. I mean, like I said, in my opinion, watching him, you know, I'm a Vikings, like I watch them every week. So seeing him and going to games and watching him live, it's like he's pretty special, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, like now there's no like Mixon right here. If Mixon would have fell to me, that was a nice pick fish. Like that's what I was hoping for, like Mixon to fall to me here. Like now it's kind of like now I'm stuck. I guess I can go Kenneth Walker here. I'm not excited about it. Actually, I kind of know what I'm gonna do. I am gonna go Kenneth Walker.
Strategy developing on the fly.
I mean, that's kind of yeah. So anybody watching, that's kind of another thing. Like I was hoping that somebody like Mixon would fall to me there. Kenneth Walker being a little banged up with that, I mean, groin injuries, man, they can be touchy through the year. So that kind of makes me nervous. But he's fucked. I mean, and Charbonnet being there, but Charbonnet has a shoulder injury, right?
Yeah, they're both, man.
But I mean, I don't mind it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. That's another great scenario. Ex-U of M and MSU running back fight for position.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Damn. All right, here's a run on running backs.
It's gonna be there. I was kind of hoping Pierce would follow me. That was gonna be my strategy, but now it's like, all right, well, I'm fading running back again. Where can I go with this? What can I do here? I could grab. I mean, it's crazy because like the receivers are I forgot it's a 10-team league, but there's so many. Like, I guess I can go a different route here. I'll do this then. I'll go TJ Hawkinson. Yes, sniped. Got you, Rico. Yes. Success. Hey, that's a good pivot, though, Rico. I like that. That's a good pivot.
Damn it, auto pick.
Lamar Jackson auto.
Auto pick screwing up my stack.
That's he could be cooking. Yeah, Kareem Hunt and Fournette. I mean, Kareem Hunt could still end up in Minnesota. That's still an opportunity. I mean, I told y'all I'm not sold on Madison. He's my bust of the year.
Yep, I've been on that train too.
Like I said, being somebody who watches these players, Minnesota, like that's why I'm so hard on Minnesota because I know how shitty they are. I mean, they just get luck. I mean, fuck, man, their defense is terrible. I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's my strategy this year in DFS: start every receiver against Minnesota. Jeez. They look so bad in preseason. I mean, I know it's the twos, but knowing them, they get hurt so often that it's going to be the 2s and 3s.
Yeah, Fournette's an interesting name. It's just I don't think anybody thinks he has anything left. Because I don't think he's even taken a visit yet.
Let me see. Let me get there. All right, where do we go here? I mean, Madison's there. Don't like it. See, okay, what round are we in? Sixth.
That's a good pick, Fish.
Yeah, I like Waller.
I like Waller in the 6th there, in
That's
the late 6th.
Pick. Yeah, I like it a lot. So where do we go here? How much time do I got?
Also, can someone check on Rico? He took back-to-back QBs.
Rico, this isn't super flex. What are you doing, sir? All right, so I think I can make this happen. I'm going to go this route. I'm going to go Alvin Kamara just for the hopes for the upside when he comes back as my 2.
Yeah, you and I have discussed that. And this is about the right spot.
I was so off of Kamara, man. I thought his suspension would be a lot more, especially with what happened to
I did too.
Hunt, you know, like and we've seen that graph, that was pretty graphic, that video, but it is what it is. He only got three weeks. So I mean Jamal Williams is there. He'll probably get a lot of those, end zone touchdowns or those, 10 yards to 5 yard, easy goal line touchdowns. But I feel like, we already know what Kamara can do, man. He can break a 60-yarder.
Yep.
He's already broke my heart before, man. I remember it was even worse because it was against the Vikings. I was in the fantasy Super Bowl and playing against a guy who had Kamara, and the Saints were playing against the Vikings, and it was a Thursday night game, and Kamara puts up 6 touchdowns.
It's absurd.
And at that point, it's like, well, there's no way of coming back, especially when you have Justin Jefferson who puts up 1 point in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was rough.
Oh, that was last year. That was 2 years ago when this happened, right? Yeah. Kamara. Who did I have in that playoffs? I ended up getting smoked. I was so pissed because he ended up having like 50 points. Like that is hard to come back from. On a Thursday too, man, against your own team. Like it's like a double heartbreaker. Mel, you're on the clock. 30 seconds. Yeah, Rico, why are we taking QBs? I need to get over here and let me see what's going on. Oh, Corey Davis retired. I forgot about the banner. I forgot about the banner.
Oh my.
Thank you, Steven, for bringing that to my attention. I even made a banner for that tonight. Huge deal. I mean, I guess it does. It does help. Who went there? Oh shit, we were just talking about
Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole Hardman.
Alan Lazard, who's a little dinged up.
Helps my guy.
And good old Randy Cobb.
Rondell. Oh, he's still there. Okay, so this is, I mean, I could go Dalvin Cook here and do this, but here's a really good guy that I really like drafting, James Conner. He's going to get a huge workload.
Yeah.
And having him as my running back 3 now, like even so now, I mean, he'll be my fill-in, for Kamara while he's gone, and
yep,
I'm happy about that.
I actually just traded for Connor in one of my home leagues. I traded TJ Hawkinson for James Conner and Chig Okonkwo. And I have I already had Kyle Pitts as my second tight end, so
retirement party, let's go. Cheers. Woo! Corey Davis. 2 years ago, I actually donated a Corey Davis autographed Titans helmet to one of the live Scott Fishbowl live draft in Minneapolis. Yeah, Corey Davis.
What do you guys think about James Cook this year?
I like James Cook. It just depends, what if Jonathan Taylor goes there?
Yeah, but do they have the capital and the money?
I don't think anybody really does.
Right. Like you said, is he injured or not? The who?
The Browns have $37 million.
That doesn't make sense. Why would you do
that?
It
doesn't make. Yeah, he's not going there with Chubb.
Chubb he's too, man. He's like, he could easily finish as the 1, the wide running back 1 this year. He's someone I'm very excited about. Like he's somebody I don't want to leave a draft without. If it's possible to get him in every draft, I'm fine with. If he misses, I'm actually absolutely fine with it. I'll be wrong with that about it. But that was the same thing last year, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, my number 1 overall pick last year, I shouted out all over the place last year. I said I'll take Justin Jefferson over anybody. But as long as it's not a 2 QB league, as long as it's a 1 QB league, I said Justin Jefferson is my number 1 pick. And people were laughing. They were like, why wouldn't you take JT? And we saw it happen, right?
Yep.
Paid out. Until the playoffs. Jefferson. Guess who balled out in that game? KJ Osborne. I think he had like 17 points.
Not who I wanted to take there.
Yeah. Look. All right.
My
like
cursor.
Mace ended up getting Tyler Lockett is as his 3. I mean, Hopkins can be really good. Evans. I'm not on, man. I'm really off of Tampa Bay period this year. But Nick Chubb, Najee Harris, and Jahmyr Gibbs as your running back 1, 2, and 3. Man, and AJ Brown is your 1. So I mean, Lockett is your 4. It's pretty good there, Mace. I like your team, buddy. And you get Burrow, but no stack with Burrow unless who else could you go? I mean, you can go really late, maybe and get Boyd. Ooh, you know who you could get? Damn it, what's his name? He played for the Vikings, that tight end.
Irv Smith.
He's terrible. He might be good, but he was terrible for the Vikings.
We thought Hayden Hurst might be good last year, and he was just okay.
Damn it, Fish.
That's actually who I wanted to take.
I was just like, I think that the upside is great. I mean, he can still get hurt again, but
yeah, I intended to take Javonte when I took Monty. My curse removed as I was making the click.
I'm gonna reach here then and get Jordan Addison. The toe tap swag, baby. That was a catch.
That was a catch.
Steven says he loves Cook. Yeah, I think. I mean, it just depends. Like, right? As long as he's the 1. I mean,
Yep.
Harris is in town, right? And he can take some work away, but the DNA, man, the blood. I mean, we know where he comes from. Like I said, his brother. In my eyes, watching him on the field when he is healthy and playing, he's the running back 1 in the league. He's really, man. His vision is incredible. He reminds me a lot of like a light version of AP. Just AP was just he was just so strong, it didn't matter, you know. AP is like a small version of Derrick Henry. Just fucking would throw people, man. How do you come back from that crazy, injury, right? No
Right.
One come back from something like that and then put up, 2,000 yards. Unbelievable, man. He's inhuman. He's still trying to play, I think.
No, I think we
got
finally. Because he do some boxing thing last year with another retired guy.
Oh, who was that? Was it Maurice Jones-Drew or?
I don't remember.
It was another running back, I thought.
Yeah, I think so too.
Where'd we go here? Man. See now, so here's the thing. I think now, 9, 10, you can start looking for your upside players. So here is where I don't feel terrible starting to reach for people that you like.
Yep.
Like
how long are you planning on waiting on QB?
Like if there's a player probably won't get back to you, here's the time. I mean, you can do it earlier in the draft too if there's somebody you really, really, really like and they won't. Like say in the first or the like the second round, if there's somebody you like that's gonna fall maybe a little bit in the second round, you're like, man, I really want that person, but I know he's not gonna come all the way back to me in the third. So you might as well. I mean, if you really like him and you think there's upside there,
yep.
There's nothing
especially
wrong
if you're picking at the ends.
Yeah. Crispy. Dad, you're on the clock. He's not my real dad, but he's my dad. He's Coach Craig's and my dad. And Coach Craig and I are not brothers.
So
Ryan Robinson. Man, so
how long are we waiting on QB, JC?
Probably a long time. maybe 12. I mean, let's see who's left.
Yeah, I'm still
Dak
pretty
Prescott. No, he'll probably average one or interception a game again this year. Deshaun Watson. I think I'm off of Deshaun. Tua, you already know I'm off him. I mean, I'd be okay with Rodgers, Anthony Richardson, and a 1 QB. I mean, the upside's great. I mean, this is where you then maybe next round or the round after. I mean, there's still plenty of QBs. I mean, you really.
there's plenty of starters left.
I'll tell you right now. I think last year there was 45 quarterbacks that finished as a QB1 last year, and there's more. There's only 32 teams. So
Right.
all right. So do I just want to go here and just shoot for that? Screw it. I'll go Cam Akers.
Of course you will.
Not excited about it. I mean, we still don't know. We still don't know. But as my 4, I'm okay with it. All right, we can kind of go through some of these teams right now. I mean, we're almost to the 10th round. Let's see whose team we got. Let's go through Mel's real quick. So she got Christian McCaffrey. I know she was telling me before. She's like, I got to get Mahomes in the first. I was like, do not do that. Look, you ended up getting him in the second, right? That was hell of. I mean, I'm surprised that he didn't go to Crispy. Right there, you get that stack. So I mean, that was nice to get Mahomes, McCaffrey. I mean, those are two players that potentially can finish as the 1 at their position.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Olave is your 1. DK Metcalf. I'm not super high on Metcalf, but he's very, very talented. He can be very, very good. He'll probably finish as a 2. Pierce is your running back 2. I mean, I was a little bummed that you took him from me, so we know that's a good pick. Dobbins can be good. I think is he going to hold out? Do we know?
I haven't heard. I think I heard he was back, but
David. Zeke said he almost pulled off a trade today for Pacheco. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with Pacheco. I thought he was a little bit banged up, right?
yeah, he's still.
I mean, I'm still
he was back in practice, but he's been dinged up.
I'm a McKinnon truther, you know that. And I mean, they still have Clyde. Clyde's still on the roster. And Pacheco was what, a 6th-round pick, right? 5th or 6th?
Yep. Or
it's not a lot attached to that.
6th or 7th. I thought.
Not a lot. I mean, yeah, we know he's talented, but we saw how quick they were to give up on Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he was a 1st-round pick. So nobody's laughing at you, Mel, ever. We love you. No, I mean that with the bye weeks, I mean, I like stacking. So I mean, if you would have been awesome with the stack. So I wish Crispy would have stacked that. I mean, if he would have got Mahomes and Kelsey stack, man, where did I talk about? Oh yeah, today when I did that, I dropped a thing on Twitter, about Mahomes, and getting Mahomes. If you get Mahomes as a 1-2, stack, it might hurt you a little bit, but the upside is it's massive. And we see, like in a 10-team league, you could easily build a team after that.
Let's talk about Rico and his Ultra Chargers stack.
Let's see what he got. So he got Eckler. So I don't mind that. So getting Eckler, Herbert, and
Williams.
So Mike Williams. So I feel like if you would have get Keenan Allen, I would like that a lot more.
Yeah.
So if you would have had, let's say, Herbert, Keenan Allen, and Eckler, I'm fucking loving that. I actually have Herbert finishing as my quarterback 4 this year, and I was actually fading him a lot until they, went out and got another receiver for him. Keenan Allen's healthy. Mike Williams is healthy. Eckler's healthy. I mean,
Palmer's healthy. Everybody's healthy.
I mean, if everyone can stay healthy, I mean, we know Herbert's upside. He's already shown us. So I like that. Brees Hall is a 2. We just hope that he comes back and plays. But getting that, I mean, Fields and Herbert, I don't know about that in a 1 QB league.
I don't either.
See, there you could have got Waller, you know.
He could have passed on Fields and grabbed Keenan Allen at that point.
Oh, you're right.
And still come back with Herbert.
Yep. Rico, you know we're talking about your team, buddy. Ingram's nice. A.J. Dillon is somebody who I was thinking about instead of Akers.
I've got a lot of AJ across a lot of my leagues. I feel like that's one of the true 50-50
Treylon Burks.
timeshares.
Didn't he die? Sorry, that's my extreme.
Buy the dip, baby.
All right, so I have I don't even know if I want to go here. I think about it, but I mean, he is. I really never ever drafted him. I have 0 shares of him. I don't even look at that. I mean, I might as well go.
Do it.
I might as well go with this.
Do it.
I might as well go here. I'm going, dude. His picture is so goofy. He looks like a sperm. I'm going Kadarius Toney.
I like it. I took another Kansas City receiver this round.
Because that would be a sniping for Mel Snipe. Because she could have got the stack with Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, I grabbed the Moore brothers the last 2 rounds.
Let's see here. I'm not going picky yet. I mean, he looked all right. This is preseason, man. It's still preseason. I don't get too excited yet. There were some good plays. I'm more excited about Freiermuth, him getting the touchdown. I'm more excited about that, than anything. That shows that they're going to be targeting their tight end in the end zone.
Yep.
That means they've already got plays drawn up for that. So I'm excited for that. Pickett did look pretty decent, though. I mean, he could have a year where he has a big year, right? And everyone is surprised. I mean, that there is talent on that team. A lot of talent.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, what are you doing, Mel? No, too soon, Junior. Great quarterback, but okay. Only the reason I'm getting a little down on the pick is just because I feel like he's somebody that you could get 4 rounds later, right? 3 rounds later.
I agree with that.
I think that if you wanted to go quarterback there, let's see. Oh, and why are you going quarterback this early too? You have Mahomes. Don't like it. Especially so if you're worried about a quarterback, so in a 1 quarterback league, so Mel, you might be thinking like a best ball league because this isn't best ball, this is a redraft league. In best ball, yeah, you may be looking for a quarterback to be there because you can't go out in the waiver wire, but in a league like this, you can go out and get a quarterback, from week to week if you need to. And like I said earlier, right, there was 45 quarterbacks that finished as a wide receiver 1 last year. You could have gone tight end there, I think. Njoku, maybe. Oh, I don't like what's here. You know what I'm going to do, fellas? I'm going to do this.
You're going to break up Rico's Ultra Stack?
No, I'm going to get Zach Charbonnet. just in case. It's my security blanket. So that's basically like getting, I guess you would consider him back up to your starter, but he's easily somebody that is a starter, right? Like he's somebody that could be a flex.
Somebody, a handcuff with flex appeal.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Rico, great pick with Tyler Algier. He's somebody I think still will put up at least 700 yards.
He was the top guy in my queue.
Sniper.
Eh.
Tajay. Tell me about it. It's early. B-Lion, tell me about it. Is he frozen in time? B-Lion, does Narnia have you? Are you there? I think he's there. Oh,
we lost him.
yeah, it's a stack with CMC, but so you like if you were looking for something like that, you could have waited. Like I said, you could have probably waited 2 more rounds even for Purdy. Like there's like 4 or 5, even 6 probably quarterbacks that are going to go in front of him in most leagues. So I guess that's something we should be teaching you too. Is like, so an ADP is somewhat important too. Like especially in a home league, in a 10-team league, even it's 1 QB. You see already that Anthony, I guess he just grabbed his quarterback. No, you didn't. You haven't even grabbed yours yet. Yeah, we're still waiting. Like we could probably wait a while. I mean, let's see. Does everybody already have a quarterback?
You, me, and Iggy are the only 3.
Yeah. So at this point, if people want to go and get another quarterback, that's even fine to me, man. You're wasting spots on your team.
Yep.
I'll be fine grabbing. Let's see.
I've got
down here
3 names that.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I'd be fine with any of these. Look, Jordan, look at this, Mel. You could have got Jordan Love way down. Look at this. Look at all these quarterbacks. Could have got Jordan Love way down here.
I feel like I should take Kirk Cousins just to spoil your ultra Minnesota stack.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I mean, I guess. I mean, I didn't even think about that. I really didn't. Yeah, you would. I have a lot of Minnesota people. I didn't realize that either. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I have far too much exposure to Kirk Cousins this year.
Iggy with the auto, Deshaun Watson. I don't know if he's going to like that. Yeah, I don't know if Iggy's going to like that. Oh, boy. And then another quarterback. Oh, boy, Iggy. We're going to change that.
Yeah.
What should we give him? What's like the Quentin Johnson would be the next one on the clock.
Yeah,
Quentin Johnson or Juju Smith or Odell Beckham. I don't think he'd like any of those, but
maybe
Iggy, if you're there. Iggy, if you're there, we can't have you doing that. So no. What does he need most?
A wide receiver.
Oh, I can't do that either. He already has Keenan Allen.
So Juju?
It's so bad. I'm gonna do that. I mean, I could go Cortland Sutton just because it's a Denver player.
Sure.
But he's shit. I mean, that's shit. I mean, I don't know. They're all shit.
Yeah, none of those sound good.
Iggy, if you're out there.
Odell, maybe.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this for him.
That's fair.
I mean, he could be the one. The talent is definitely there. It just has not, I mean, panned out. Last year was shit. He got hurt too the year before. I mean, just he had one decent year.
The timer going again.
Oh. Let's see here.
There we go.
Is it going?
Yep.
All right. Damn it! No.
Sorry?
Damn it.
Needed...
sorry, Mel. Mel must have wanted Cortland. It's only fair. Can't give him two quarterbacks. That's gross.
Yeah. I just decided to start filling up my running back room with dart throws.
That's a great dart throw. Could hit. I mean, that one could hit bullseye.
Yep. And I like P. Ryan kind of the same way. I think he'll have standalone value, but he'll work with Javonte pretty well because I think they'll be patient with him coming back too.
Lying on the clock. Be lying on the clock. Oh man, I love Cole Kmet. I love Cole Kmet.
I'm really sorry about that.
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, he was the number one target last year on that team.
He won't be this year.
That's fine. I would rather him be the 2. Like he'll be the end zone guy. He'll be catching touchdowns.
Yeah, I think he's the 3. He'll be the number 3 target this year.
Whoa. I mean,
because I think Mooney moves back into the 2.
Yeah, he should. I just hope. I mean, Kmet's going to be the guy who's going to be catching touchdowns. I think he's going to be that.
Maybe. I'm curious to see how they're going to use Kmet and Tunyon both.
That's right. Robert Tunyon's there. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my Kirky Cousins. I think I've waited long enough. I'll let you be the last one.
I'll be the last one.
There's plenty left, but I'm gonna go get Kirk Cousins. Get my stack. And now I know my next move here, I think. Oh, let's see. Now it's like, yeah, see, like a lot of people. Now I'll tell you right now, if you want my opinion, I'm not drafting a kicker or a defense until 16, 17, or 18.
Yep. I would 100% sign off on that.
And if you're in a league that allows you to not draft a kicker or defense in your draft, I'm all for that too. Just to like wait to see what happens before the league, year starts, because you're already gonna stream, and by stream I mean you're gonna play the best available defense and kicker.
Yep.
Versus whatever team, weakest team, in week 1.
I would absolutely agree with that.
So you can get 2 players on the end of your bench to see, hey, maybe the last preseason game or somebody gets hurt or something happens.
Really shows out.
Yeah, or somebody shows out and they get a spot. Like, all right, well, I can move somebody, or somebody on your bench gets hurt and you can move them out and move somebody up.
Yep.
You can push somebody out, right, and go get your kicker and defense. It's just a different strategy. As long as you're in a league where they don't give a shit about that, which I would hope nobody does.
Yeah, like right now I have in a couple of leagues a roster spot devoted to Jason Brownlee because I think he might earn that wide receiver 3 role for the Jets, especially now with Corey Davis retiring.
Yeah, that's smart.
So If he ends up earning that role, I'll look like a genius. If he doesn't, I drop him and pick up my defense.
All right, let's see here. Oh, where'd he go? Jerick McKinnon. Yay.
Your guy.
In the 13th round, I'm very happy about that. All right, let's see what's going in the mock draft.
Not a lot happening in chat.
Yeah, not a lot going on. That's all right. All right, we can talk about a team. Let's see here. Okay, I like that pick. Tank Bigsby, Fish. And do you have no? I mean, I like that, man. Tank Bigsby. If Travis Etienne doesn't show out, I mean, Tank can come in and take that. I mean, Frank the Tank, baby.
Tank looked good this weekend for sure.
Rico. Rico.
Two QBs and three tight ends.
All right, I'm gonna tell you about a 3 tight end team in my league. The guy was this year he was so he goes, it's gonna be elite. It's the year for tight ends. I'm telling you, he was so drunk. Rico, have you been drinking tonight, sir? 3 tight ends. What? I love you, Rico.
It's all in love. But really?
Rico.
But this is something that could happen in a home league. Things get wild. Yeah. Autopick really wants Iggy to take Tua.
I don't understand. Sorry, you're getting to it doesn't after
yeah.
Everybody. I'm just gonna let it roll.
I mean, I could have used Tua to stack with Tyreek. I wasn't going to, but
I wouldn't. I'm so off of Tua, man. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think I'd rather take the upside of like an Anthony Richardson than Tua. That's my opinion. Just because
I think Tua's gonna be fine.
I don't like that word.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be productive. I don't know that he's the thing is, and why I'm not completely off of him is if we're expecting Tyreek to be what we think he's going to be and Jalen Waddle to be what we expect him to be, Tua's got to be the facilitator.
Yeah,
and that means he's going to have a good year.
Does it though? What if
it doesn't mean he's going to necessarily have a great year, but if Tyreek's going to go for 1,800 yards and Waddle's going to go for 1,500 yards, I mean, that's 3,300 yards just between those two.
How many games did Tua play last year?
13.
How many yards do you think Tyreek went for last year? It was 17 something.
17, yeah.
Yeah, Tua didn't play the full season.
So, but if I do invest in Tua, I am 100% grabbing Mike White later.
Oh, look who we're talking about him, and he goes. Mace, were you listening?
Yep, I think Mace is listening to us, and at this point, he's just trying to keep me from getting a quarterback. And of course, he grabs Jake Moody.
Yeah, David, he might be in his. I guess he could be in his queue, but I wonder if he probably had a bunch of people in his queue, and like those players just didn't go, you know. So it sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I would say right now, Iggy's not drafting two quarterbacks.
No.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. He's definitely probably in his queue. Rico said it's fate at this point.
Right. All right, fine. I guess I'll take my QB finally.
Danny Dime Droppers. Did you get Waller? Oh.
I did not. I was going for the Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson stack, and then Jackson went right before me.
There's still somebody out there you can get later.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Stack with him.
Yeah, I could still get my. I mean, I doubt I would with the wide receivers that I already have, but I just think Daniel Jones is a top 12 QB with top 6 upside. So getting him in the 14th round feels good.
Chris, if you wanna here, I'll go. I'll type it to you. If you want to grade, Stribby want the grade. Stribby. If anybody wants a grade, I'll give you one. I'll give you my best guess.
Yeah, I could chime in, I reckon.
I'm not an expert. I just play a lot of
one on TV.
Yeah, I play one on YouTube. B-Lion wants one. All right, where are we going here? Man. Huh.
And I'll even do a home league play. Something that I wouldn't typically do, but just for the sake of the mock.
Gold star stickers. We only get platinum star stickers around here. What do you think about that, Stribby? All right, let me see here. What do I got? I think I'm going to go this route. Where'd he go? I'll go Tyler Boyd.
I like it.
Kenneth Gainwell. I like it.
Because nobody really knows what that backfield is going to be. So really like that pick, Mel.
Tyler Higbee.
Big fan of Higbee this late.
Yeah, it's really late. And you don't have a tight end yet? That's a really good pick, Mel.
So
you get 2 gold stars for that.
Big fan of that.
Oh man, I was in this house today working. It was a house that got raided.
Oh no.
So there was like they had been maced. You know, they had these like tear gas bombs that they threw in there.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody doesn't know, I work in like Section 8 homes and like really, really low income homes. So they're in some pretty sketchy neighborhoods. But man, I was working in there and it's like I started, touching stuff and handling stuff. And like, I touched my face. I was hot. I was sweating, man. All of a sudden my face just starts burning.
No.
From all that, it's like,
yeah,
basically like mace,
the residue.
She's like, I cleaned it up and everything. I tried to get everything cleaned up, but it just doesn't come out. She's like, they didn't have to do what they did. Police in Minnesota, they're a little extreme. I think I'm gonna go here, man. Well, Jalen Warren action.
I don't hate it.
In the 15th round. Someone please tell me I sniped him because I'm going to love it. Yeah, Rico, I like him too, buddy.
So normally I would keep taking wide receivers and running backs, but
Yeah.
for the sake of the mock, I'm going to do something different.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go a white or I'll get a kicker in defense, but I will stay to my true self, and go 17-18.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kickers and defense 17-18, but even here I would normally take either a wide receiver or running back, and I'm probably not going to do that.
Let me look here. Week 1 streaming defense. Let me see who's got the best. Let me look at Roto Street. See what they say. New Orleans versus the Titans. Let's see here. No, I just want week 1. Just give me week 1. I mean, I guess okay. So Denver Broncos versus Raiders in week 1 versus Commanders in week 2. I'm not excited about that. Saints defense is, yeah, I'm not doing that either. Jaguars, I might think about that versus the Colts. I mean, you're going against a rookie, quarterback. That might be a good play, especially having one of the top sacking or top tackling. Was he a linebacker in the NFL?
Yeah.
So I mean, Jaguars, they'll probably be somebody you can get late.
Yeah, I think the Colts offense is going to be better than a lot of people think.
But if Jonathan Taylor's not there week 1, I'm definitely all about that Jaguars then, because then you're depending on your backup running back, and then your rookie quarterback, right? Your rookie quarterback he's gonna scramble a lot and he's gonna get hit a lot. Okonkwo is gonna F him up, dude. I couldn't imagine about going against one of the top tackling, linebackers in week 1 as a rookie.
I mean, but I think Richardson is probably the same size as Olukan. Let's see.
Oh, I should probably put this up here too. So if y'all don't know, I should talk about tomorrow night. Greg and Mace, they're gonna be having their show. Was it Thursday Checkdown? Wendy Early is gonna be on, and we all love Wendy. She's amazing. She's my best friend.
It's going to be a good show.
It's gonna be a fun night. I'll be on there as well. And the audience is part of the show, so we like to make the audience a big part of the show. Greg has come up with a really good idea for this show, so we will be talking a lot of stuff about the game before the games tomorrow night. Obviously, there will be one game going on during the show, midway through, but it's going to be a fun time.
So just a little tidbit going back to the Jaguars defense. Anthony Richardson has 2 inches and 25 pounds on Olukan.
Oh, dang.
So I'm not sure who's going to be laying the boom on who.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Remember Randall Cunningham, do you?
Of course. Do you?
Fucking monster, dude.
Said, yeah, I watched Randall when I was a kid.
So here's a guy who I'm thinking about. Here's a guy I'm thinking about as a small, a small defensive player, right? That would make huge tackles too. Is John Randall? What about that?
Yeah.
Very small guy. Very intimidating, though.
Yeah, a lot of the defenders in the previous eras were smaller than they are now. Like, I think Mike Singletary was not a huge guy, but incredibly intimidating. Big hitter. Just he didn't fear anybody.
Where do I go here? I'm thinking Osborne's still there. I'm thinking, man, Jonathan Mingo now has an opportunity to step up.
Yeah, I would have taken Mingo with one of these two picks.
Well, I'm going to do it then.
I would have taken Mingo and Mims with those two picks.
Oh, Marvin Mims is still out there?
Yep. But for the sake of the mock, I decided to take a second QB and a second tight end.
I think I would have gone that. Oh, Donovan Peoples-Jones is still out there. Yeah, I should have looked a little bit through that more. I mean, I think Mingo has the upside there.
Yeah, he was already running even in two receiver sets. He was the 2, which pushes him to the 1 now with Chark out.
When Steve Smith is talking him up a little bit, that makes me excited.
Yep. Madden likes him too. Madden has him rated pretty well compared to a lot of the other rookie receivers.
Oh, and that, by the way, that's what my my article is going to be. It's going to talk a little bit about how I feel about their Madden rating.
The Madden ratings?
Yeah, versus how they played last year. Yeah,
Madden ratings are always interesting.
Yeah, so I talked about Lamar. I mean, I have Lamar ranked pretty far back compared to a lot of people. I have him at 11 just because I don't know if he's going to – I talk about it in the article a little bit. I talk about, like he hasn't finished – I mean, he hasn't finished, a lot of years. And
Right.
he has – what was it, over the 5 years? How many years has he been? It's now 5? 6? 5. I know over 4 years. He's over the last 4 years. He's averaged the QB 13.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the last 3 years because he had QB 1 in his second year. Right. So I think when he was with the 4 years, he finished as QB 10 overall. That's not. I'm sorry, but yeah, maybe he has a big bounce back year, but I'm still. But in Madden, that's a little different. I think so. They have him at a 91 rating. I think he should be a 95.
Wow.
It's and I talk about it too. He's got the Michael Vick, man. It's the Michael Vick, the cheat code, man. He is legit the cheat code. Like
doesn't he has like what 95 speed though?
Or
96.
I think what it is either his carrying, and they say his carrying is like really low, which is weird.
He fumbles, but usually out of bounds. Like when he takes those big hits across the sidelines, he loses the ball out of bounds. But I get it.
Yeah, I think he should be just because of that. I mean, the upside alone from his rushing, like just remember Michael Vick back in the day.
Oh yeah.
It's just like all of a sudden it's like he gets outside and it's like it's a touchdown. 85 yards, he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. He's still really hard to stop in Madden. Him and Justin Fields both.
Yeah.
Kind of have ridiculous, just their speed and acceleration is absurd.
And it wasn't even him getting outside with Vic. It's like you could run back and forth in the backfield until like people get tired and you just run. You're done. Mel's hoarding all the running backs. I don't know. I feel like I got a lot of running backs. You know me, man.
Yeah, I feel like I do too.
I love running backs, man. All right, where do I go here?
Kicker, defense.
Yeah, I might fade the defense and go kicker because I don't know. Maybe not. Let me see. Because I like Daniel Carlson. I like Tyler Bass. And I don't think the guy that I want to fall to me is going to fall to me.
Get your guy.
Especially with ADP.
A lot of kickers have already been taken, though.
1, 2, 3,
Four?
4. I mean, that's not a lot.
I mean, that's
More defenses, I think, have gone. Right?
40% of the league.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go Daniel Carlson.
Not mad at it.
So I'll tell you and he's fallen to me really late. Like in the Scott Fish Bowl, he fell to me super fucking late, and I was so excited. Jason Myers, just because he kicks a hell of a lot of extra points.
Yep.
And he's very accurate. He finished last year as a 2. Can he do it again this year? Probably.
Yeah, I have a couple guys I like for a couple reasons. Myers is one of them. Sanders is one, and then who was the other one? Whoever kicks for the Lions.
Oh, I was gonna say Miami's kicker is another one I like.
Yeah, Sanders.
Yeah, Miami's kicker. Oh, who kicks for the Lions? Shit, I don't know.
Normally, I know right off the top of my head, but I can't even think of it.
I don't think he's gone yet.
But I don't see a Lions kicker in the list.
Yeah, B Lions should know. Riley Patterson. Who the hell is that?
That's it.
Is he a rookie?
That's his name.
B Line, you get an A+ just because you were on the show. How about that? All right, we can kind of talk about this real quick because I do want to get on Gemo's show. I want to go listen to Gemo. Gemo, the icon. His show is going right now, but I would definitely recommend checking him out. Gemo, Jemo, the icon. His shows are absolutely amazing. He's a great dude, and he does a lot of stuff in the fantasy football industry, even though he doesn't do a lot of fantasy football. I mean, he does do some fantasy football, but he's not like super, super big into it. He's an amazing human. And he wasn't at the expo this year, but I know he'll be there. He'll be there next year. He's and his shows are great. I was on his show, and we basically we planned our birthday party. It was awesome.
It's cool.
Bob Harris has been on the show. I mean, he gets like a lot of people. He's a great person. Oh, he kicked for Jacksonville last year. Riley Patterson.
Yep.
All right, let's look at B Lions team real quick. So I love Cooper Kupp with Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a hell of a 1 and 2. 2 guys that could finish, they would easily finish top 8. Jalen Hurts, I like that. Getting the stack with Goddard, that's great too.
Like the running backs are solid at that point. Jones, Cook, and Herbert. I like all 3 of those guys to perform well.
So
Tajay Spears is another guy that I actually do like. I think he'll have a role.
Here's the only thing I think about. I'm gonna tell everybody in here, you are gonna get a demerit if you have more than one quarterback on your team. Just because it is a 1 QB league and there is a way to use the waiver wire to get one. So you will get a demerit for that. There's no reason for it. But yeah, obviously I knew you're gonna get Goff because that's a homer pick. Jameson Williams, I'll tell you a little bit about my thought on him. When you have your coach going out and talking about him not having hands, that worries me, especially with him being out for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
He's somebody I'll wait now forever on. I'm sad to have a lot of shares in him.
I like JMO more for best ball than I do for redraft. And I'm even starting to fade him a little bit in best ball.
Let me see here. Who's Pittsburgh play week 1? San Fran. Oof. That's kind of rough. But I really like Pittsburgh's defense. Jaguars are still here.
Seahawks is another one. They play the Rams.
That's a really good one. See, let's see what they have for rankings. Yeah, I think that's probably the most upside. Kansas City, who do they play? Detroit. Yeah, they can. I don't know about that grade. Green Bay plays Chicago. At Chicago, I don't know about that grade either. Seattle at home versus LA. I feel like that's
it's kind of a slam dunk.
And there's still teams out there, like the Jaguars are still out there. Pittsburgh, if I want to pivot to Pittsburgh, so look at this, dude.
The Commanders is another one. That would be a really good one.
So
play the Cardinals
at home versus Cleveland, I like that. I think they could do it okay again. Then you got at Las Vegas and at Houston. I think you still just do just fine against that. Then Baltimore may be tough. Then you have a bye. Then you're at LA. Then Jacksonville. This team has got a decent schedule.
Yep.
And they'll probably be on the waivers. All right. B Lion, let me give you a grade here. I like your receivers a lot. A lot. Dell at the end and Hyatt at the end. I like that. Kendre Miller here in the last round. That's really, really, really good. I like that. I'm probably gonna give you a B. Let's see. I was gonna give you a B, but I had to go B minus just because of the two quarterbacks. How about that? All right, I got to give one for Sturby real quick. The Strib. I think he's gone, but I'll give him one anyways. So Saquon Barkley in the first round. If you could have got Bijan Robinson instead, I would have way rather had that. I think Barkley, yeah, he's coming back. He's going to play, but I think I'd rather have more of the upside of Bijan. Just my opinion. I'm also not a big Diggs guy. Anybody here will tell you that. So I can't help you out there. Another demerit here with Josh Jacobs. Yes, he's coming back, but we still don't know if he's going to play.
Yeah.
Curse of 370 could be there. I do like Debo. I guess we'll have to kind of find out, what his role is this year, right? CMC is going to be more of that guy. Elijah Mitchell's healthy.
His usage is going to be interesting.
He's still going to get those, dump off to the sides possibly, in the backfield where they throw it out, jet sweeps or stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't know. Ayuk could be that guy who becomes the one this year, right? There's that possibility. Lamar Jackson with the auto pick snipe. I like Lamar. But we kind of talked about, right? I think he's going to be he's my QB 11. I got Fields as my QB 5, but he went before that. I got Burrow before, Burrow and Herbert and Trevor are all guys that I'm going to draft before Lamar.
I do like the wide receiver room, even though I'm not super high on Diggs either. Still, getting him where he got him is good value at that point.
Good value.
And then getting London, JSN at the discount, and Brandon Cooks, and then Lazard and Beckham late, I think gives plenty of options there. I think the running backs
again, and you drafted Dak Prescott. That's a double demerit.
The running backs, I have questions on the top two, Jacobs and Madison both. Mitchell is a rotational guy, and then Deuce Vaughn, who is so small. I don't see as anything more than a gadget guy. So don't love the running back situation.
And 2 tight ends strip. C+ for me, brother.
I mean, I'll give it I think it's very, very average. Barkley has some upside, but yeah, I would give it in the C plus B minus range.
All right, let's do Mel's. So Mel got McCaffrey, Mahomes, which we talked about. Potentially two guys that could finish as the one at their position. Chris Olave, DK Metcalf. I mean, that's a good 1-2. Like I said, I don't think Metcalf will ever finish as a 1. He has. I mean, he can be the 2. He can be a 2. He's a good 2. Then getting Pierce, man, I think that's great. McCaffrey and Pierce.
Yeah.
1-2. Dobbins, if he plays, we know he's. I was so high on his talent coming into the NFL.
Yeah.
Just sucks that shit's happened to him.
That Pierce, Dobbins, Swift.
Yeah.
That's a great run. And then even Godwin that late, even though, I'm not super high on Tampa either.
Not high on it either, but in the 8th round, that's actually not bad at all. I mean,
no.
We know the upside of Godwin. I'll tell you here's the only thing that I think about though. Baker did have a year where he didn't throw. I think he threw like low 500 or just below 500 yard or 500 passes or pass attempts, and he still had 2 wide receivers that finished. I think,
supported 2 top 30 receivers.
Yeah, in Odell Beckham and
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, and Jarvis was really, really good, and that's who Godwin would be more like. So, the upside for sure is there, but I'm not high on Baker. So that team is just somebody I'm off of. But yes, in the 8th round, great upside. Then getting Pacheco, Purdy is the one thing I don't like. So instead of Purdy there, I mean, you like I said, Purdy, you could have went Charbonnet, Algier, Pirine. I mean, Rashad Penny, like a lot of these running backs, you could have done instead of that, or you could have went receiver, right? Receiver, you could have got Dobbs there if you wanted.
Yep.
You could have got,
and then kicker and defense, obviously too early for either of us, but
49ers is fine.
When you get Tucker and the 49ers, it's hard to be mad at it. Higbee is an outstanding pick in the 14th round. And then really good value late. Singletary, Hilaire, Reed,
I like that value.
Jacoby Myers.
Yes,
all guys that are going to have a role.
Jordan Reed, man, or Jaden Reed, he's going to be he's somebody that could be a surprise, right?
I think he's got the slot role locked up. So, and he's just a guy that gets open. So,
this team, like I said, if you would have, getting a tight end that late instead of going Purdy there, Mel, if you would have got someone else, maybe like a wide receiver, like a Dobbs there. Even though, I guess you went Reed late, so maybe not a Dobbs, but you could have got someone else like let's see, who else is there? Gabe Davis. I'm not really high on that either. But so maybe not a receiver. Quentin Johnston went there. Thielen, Quentin Johnston.
Yeah.
But even running back, just keep stacking those running backs because, especially in you can trade, right? Too, you can trade. So, me, all of a sudden, Kenneth Walker goes down. You can be like, hey, JC, I want to make a trade. I got Charbonnet, and he's healthy.
Right.
I need a receiver. Give me, Kadarius Toney's showing out. Give me Kadarius Toney, right? Or
it's an unconventional draft, but I like it. I like the way it played out. B plus.
I'm in around the B plus.
So, yeah.
18, yeah. So I just did 8 on the bench. So that's pretty normal for I'm gonna tell you the most normal is a 10-team league with 6 on the bench, 16-team draft. It's very standard.
Yep.
But all right, let's see. We want to. It's about 8:34. We should get out of here because I want to hop on Gemmo's show. This was a great draft, y'all. My home league starts this week. We didn't really get to talk about home league stuff, but I'll tell you right now, this weekend, Saturday is our draft. We will be going out golfing in the morning. I think there's going to be 6 of us out of the 10 people that are going to be drafting. That'll be golfing. Your boy will be getting shitty because I like showing up to the draft a little bit tipsy because then I can kind of be a little loosey goosey when it comes to making some choices and kind of getting out of flipping my way. I don't want to go in there with a full head. I mean, I think about it and I talk a little bit of stuff on the course, get into people's heads, tell them where I'm gonna be at, where I'm not gonna be at. Really, just be like, oh, this is kind of the guy I'm looking at. Like, I love Alexander Madison. I'm definitely probably gonna be taking him in the 4th. Not. No, then we'll be doing after we be doing some drinking on the course. We'll come back. We'll play some yard games, do some grilling. Then we'll get drafting, man. I feel like going into a draft, everyone's got to be a little bit tipsy at least. Or some people don't drink, but it's nice to get everyone a little bit tipsy. Then people can make some a little bit mistakes, or some people actually do a lot better. I'm gonna tell you right that some people do better. But it's fun. Is there anything that you like that y'all do for your draft?
We go over and the one guy, we do it in the man cave, but he always smokes something on the smoker for us, and we just drink and have a good time. And
good food is a must.
Yeah, good food. It's great
food. Good friends. Good fantasy football.
Yep, it's a good time.
But hey, everyone, switch over if you want to. If you still wanted to watch anything fun, Jemo. I'm pretty sure his show is still going. So, like I said, Jemo the Icon, Jemo the Icon. He is a great guy, fun to watch. Yeah, he'll make you laugh. The shows are great, super chill. But appreciate everyone coming in. Anthony, you're the man. Melissa, love that you came in and drafted with us. Everyone else that came in and drafted with us, appreciate it. Appreciate everyone showing up to the show. Tomorrow night, remember, Greg and Mace, 7 p.m. Eastern. Wendy's on the show. Going to be a hell of a time. Peace.